Watching Big 12 now on ESPN+. We're just minutes from downtown Waco, Texas for tonight's Big 12 clash between the Longhorns and the Bears. Welcome to the campus of Baylor University, everybody, here at Betty Lou Mays Field. Lincoln Rose, Jessica Stamp back with you. And Jessica, it seems like every year, if you want to gauge the quality of play here in the Big 12, look no further than your ultimate barometer when the Bears and Longhorns get together. 14 straight years, it's been a tight one, coming down to one goal, the difference, or perhaps even fewer with the occasional draw.
There's a lot of history between these two teams, a great rivalry in the state of Texas, but there's a regular season trophy up for grabs. They're about halfway through in the Big 12, and the standings are super close, so one of these teams needs to kind of assert themselves and try and take hold of a nice position there in the standings of the Big 12.
If you want world-class talent, look no further than the roster for Ange Kelly in her midfield. Just a sophomore, recently turning 19 years young, Julia Grosso, fresh off that Women's World Cup.
Grosso's a crafty midfield player. She needs to get involved in the play quickly and start to dictate possession for Texas. She's also their goal leader, so she pushes forward and on the dribble, and she'll take some shots there for Texas up top.
It's a youth movement for Baylor. Of course, a freshman, Liz Koyman, now has been their hot boot for the last two outings.
Koyman really has the hot shoe right now. She's scoring in the last 3 games. If you count the TCU one that got canceled, she also scored in that one. So she's on fire, so look to her to get in all across the field and take lots of shots today.
It's the midway mark of Big 12 play. Bears and Longhorns with opening kick up next on Big 12 Now. And of course, there's never much separation in the Big 12 conference standings as we take a look at how things stand about the midway mark here. Because that canceled matchup with TCU, of course, Baylor has only played 4 contests. But you might as well get your camera out, take a photo, because this is what it looks like with West Virginia all the way down there at a 2-3 mark. Part of it is because of the fantastic non-conference campaigns Oklahoma State and Texas Tech have, and they've continued that success into conference play as well.
They've had a really good start to the season, both Oklahoma State and Texas Tech, and they've carried it into the conference. Sometimes teams have a really good pre-conference, but then they don't bring it into the conference. West Virginia faced a lot of tough teams early on in non-conference play, but they're struggling even so in conference, which is very surprising. So it's really kind of like a flipped table from a year ago at this point.
Again, top 8 teams. At the moment, West Virginia would be your 8th seed. A lot of soccer still be played over the next couple of weeks. But at the moment, West Virginia would be your 8th seed. That would be your cutoff with K-State and Iowa State on the outside looking in. Of course, K-State still such a young program here in Division I and in the Big 12. Still looking for their first trip into the conference tournament. Longhorns lead the Bears on the road. Haley Berg with the difference maker so far.